Hey beautiful people, this is a super quick video on how to make a homemade or natural deodorant. Now, most store-bought ones are full of dangerous ingredients like parabens, aluminium, talc and other chemicals that I can't even pronounce. And that some studies have claimed that these chemicals have been linked to hormonal imbalances, breast cancer and even Alzheimer's. Now, obviously all of this is debatable, but I personally don't want to take that risk, especially when there are safer and cheaper alternatives around. So here are the ingredients that you're going to need for your homemade deodorant. You're going to need some arrowroot powder. This is great for absorbing sweat and moisture and leaving your armpits nice and dry. You'll also need baking soda or sodium bicarbonate, and that is a naturally occurring mineral which is great for fighting body odor. It can also help detox and neutralize acid and alkalize the body. Lastly, you're going to need coconut oil. Coconut oil is naturally antibacterial, antifungal and moisturizing, and it has antioxidant properties which makes it great for the skin. Now ideally you want to use organic virgin cold pressed coconut oil because this is the least processed and it's also retained all of the nutrients. Now, essential oils are completely optional. You do not need to add it at all, but they can be used to add a nice scent or even increase the health properties of your deodorant. Now, before we get into making it, you may actually want to melt your coconut oil in a double bath if it's solid, and this will just make it a lot easier to mix. Okay, now into how to make the deodorant. Honestly, it's so easy, it's a little bit ridiculous. First, you mix the baking soda and arrowroot powder together. Then you add the coconut oil. Then you mix until there's no lumps. And at this point, you may want to add your essential oils. I use lemongrass, orange, and tea tree oil for a fresh citrus scent. So the ingredients of this natural deodorant will fit nicely into a 125 milliliter jar. I'm just using an old one that I found in my kitchen. I think it had mint sauce in it from Christmas. And there you go. This is what it should look like if you've melted your coconut oil. It will be a nice, smooth consistency. At the moment it's still runny because of the melted oil, but the consistency does change depending on the temperature. But don't worry, if it does get really hard, it melts very easily and quickly against the heat of your fingers. Now, some things to note. 1, you only need about a pea-sized amount for both armpits. Trust me, a little goes a long way. 2, this deodorant has a shelf life of about 3 to 6 months. I personally would recommend that you use dry fingers when you're taking the product out of the jar, or just use a utensil. And lastly, because this doesn't have a synthetic antiperspirant, you're just gonna have to get used to your own sweat, but trust me, you still won't smell. I'm not gonna lie, it took me a while to get used to it, but I really love the idea of my armpits not being clogged up with toxins and chemicals. So yeah, comment below if you've tried this recipe or if you have another one. I know some people like to avoid baking soda, so if you want a baking soda free recipe, do let me know because I do have one that works just as well. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to subscribe, like and share it with your friends. Bye for now.